Hi, for this video I'm going to show you acrylic painting techniques. For our first technique is the dry brush. You're aiming to see your brush strokes. Do not put your brush in water, just use it as it is and paint. So for the second technique, it's called Graffito. You're going to add 1 to 2 layers of the acrylic, and then you're going to etch the paint, the acrylic, and by that you can see what's underneath the color, so you can create any shape, texture that you want to see. So as you can see, I have created lines. So this technique is called wet on wet. It is similar to watercolor. So you just wet your brush, use a lot of water and then paint. And with this technique, you can easily create gradients. So you can mix two colors and then create a gradient. So for this technique, it's called overlaying or glazing. You're going to add 1 to 2 layers of acrylic, and after adding the layers of acrylic, wait for it until it dries up. Then you're going to overlay it with another color. So as you can see, I have chosen orange, and then I'm going to overlay it with blue to create a contrast. So this technique is called impasto. Usually you're going to use a palette knife, and because with the palette knife it's going to be easier for you guys to create the texture. But for now, I have used my brush because I couldn't find my palette knife. So for this technique, you're going to use a sponge rather than a brush, and this is a similar technique with the watercolor. As you can see, I'm using the sponge to add this kind of green bluish color, and then I'm also adding another color, a darker tone of green, just to create some sort of gradient. So for this technique, drips and splatters, just fill your brush with lots of water, and then you can just tilt your paper and the paint will just fall downwards, as you can see. And I have chosen the color yellow, like greenish yellow. Now I'm going to use another color. I think I have used orange, and I'm going to just splatter the paint on the paper. So this technique is about scumbling the paint. So as you can see, use the brush in a circular motion, but be controlled with it, just the same way as you do it with pencil colors. So this technique is called soft edge. You're going to paint and your edges will be a little bit blurred, so it's not a rough edge. It's not like a clear rough edge. No, you're going to blend these edges, make it a little bit blurred. So this technique is called flat layer. So just from the name of this technique, as you can see, I'm just adding a flat layer. I'm not doing any gradient or adding other colors. It's just one flat layer. So for this last technique, you're just going to mix the colors on the paper. So as you can see, I have yellow and I'm mixing it with a little bit of orange. And yes, that's it. Thank you.